Hello guys, welcome to a special video featuring brilliant maps for curious minds. Now this is 100 interesting maps to go look at this world. I had this for a pretty long time, thanks to my dad. And there are many maps in here, like this. I had this for just a few, about 1 year. Yeah, it's pretty new. It's not that new. But the newest thing I've got was a Europe and Atlas, which I might show later. But right now I want to show this, since this just popped up in my mind. It's a pretty interesting thing to show. So the front cover page is given like a big sneak peek of the world plug and socket map. So you look here, the pair we use was basically like a normal plug and socket. But in the highlighted blue countries, you can see there are 3 different kinds of stuff. And I don't know how that works. Usually it's going to be hard traveling the world knowing that all these plugs and sockets are pretty difficult to understand. And this area is broken. So we need to see the actual map. Too bad. Oh, and at the back, these are huge sneak peeks. Drive on the wrong side of the road. And yeah, I'm not showing that. Well, here we see the world map as an opening page. The back ending page, well, is technically this, a map of the US. And the opening page is a map of the world. Yeah, this is pretty useful. Okay, so here we do this, we see this. And yeah, there are people and populations, politics, power, and religion. Then there's culture and customs, friends and enemies, geography, history, national identity, crime and punishment, nature. Now this is the introduction about his website. This is by Wright, anyways. This is by incorrect.io. Yeah, so this is the largest national. I don't want to show like all of these sneak peeks. So here's the first page: people and populations. So the first one is European countries overlaid on areas on the Americas with equal populations. Now, really, the gray is not like useful. You could look deep. You end up seeing the Haiti and Dominican Republic, Santo Domingo. It's like broken, and also some parts of Cuba. Most parts of Cuba and even the Bahamas. But it's a pretty small view. Then you can see a big part. Most of eastern Brazil and northern Argentina are broken. Everything else is either split by all the European countries. So in the north, Poland. Poland has the equal population of this area. Now Poland has quite a lot. It has less than Greater Tokyo. But that means Poland has less than Greater Tokyo. Yeah, there's a map for that. Let's check. Hopefully. Well, I'm just going to maybe forget that. Ireland is just British Columbia, so Ireland must be 2. Now the Cyprus is like... Okay, guys, so I actually had to go take some oil. But in real life, I realized 2 things which would really make me mad. And I mean really. I'll have to pluck up some here. It's oil. So, what are you thinking is mad? Look closer. 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 Armenia. And again. Look close. Georgia. Yes, Armenia and Georgia, I really don't consider them part Europe? How are they part of it? Okay. I have no other choice but to consult my world map. Yeah, is that really part of Europe? It's like on the other end, but fine, I'll let it pass. Still, that's not good. So this is basically British Columbia. Remember, this is Cyprus is equal to Alaska. Now, United Kingdom is pretty popular, so I really don't care. Netherlands, pretty dense. France, yeah, not surprising. Germany, okay, now Germany has a big population in pretty good places. Now, Russia is like Mexico, Guatemala, and El Salvador combined. Macedonia is some parts of Cuba. Malta is a different part of Cuba. Georgia is this. What is this island? Iceland is like Belize. Switzerland is like Honduras. Denmark is like Nicaragua. Austria is like Panama. Belgium is like 1/2. It's like Greece is the other part. Belgium is one part. Spain equals to Colombia. Yeah, now that's fraud. Finland, most of Ecuador and some parts of Peru. Finland is like the southern part of Peru. Then Patagonia is Slovenia. Then all of this Montenegro, Luxembourg. Then all the way to Chile. Montenegro is most of some parts of Chile. And yeah, Albania. Then it is Chile itself. Luxembourg, Armenia, Belarus, Lithuania, Latvia. Yeah, that is impressive. Bolivia, most of Bolivia, and is like Czechia. Serbia is like Paraguay. In this case, Moldova is like Uruguay. And I spent 6 minutes, and I'm just on the first page. You want to see how much detail. Okay, now this is number 2. Okay, number 2, guys. Well, really, this is the United States, and this looks like a Napoleon dream at the time when he was emperor. Yes, Napoleon became bigger than his dream and created more dreams, but this was like his basic dream, kind of. His French Empire with a little bit of most of Italy and northern Denmark, and southern Denmark, and some parts of Spain. Well, really, you don't know about Napoleon. If you don't know Napoleon, he's a famous war person, I guess. Yeah. And mostly like around 1798 he took control. Around that time, like during the French Revolution, he became like emperor in like the 1800s and conquered most of the lands. But anyways, getting back to topic, California, I understand. California is the most populated state. So they don't take the dense parts and they go and take London. Still, this is kind of crazy. Then, like, the body of Ireland is controlled by North Dakota, Vermont, Alaska, and Washington, D.C. Okay. Puerto Rico, okay. Puerto Rico, okay. Fine. It's a Connecticut state. Idaho is like Corsica. Wait, no. Sardinia. Yes, Sardinia. There's a difference. Corsica is not controlled by anything in this case. Indiana has like Venice in it. Mostly, this is like the northern part of Spain. It's like Mississippi, like the part like Santiago de Compostela and all the northern parts. Like, you know, this weird thing over here. This should be Portugal and it'll become even. But that's the weird like part of Spain. It's like, yeah, if it's Portugal takes that, it's literally divided. Okay, like 1/4 Portugal. 3/4 Spain. Okay. Iberia. What? And then France is split into many countries. Technically, Alabama is making things hard, but we can basically take that out because that doesn't look good. So Hawaii has like the southern part. South Korea has like the actual southern part, but Hawaii like includes tours. South Carolina includes like many other cities. Wisconsin includes like the Pyrenees Mountains and Andorra. Massachusetts, Puerto Rico's like this area in Puerto Rico mostly controls northern Normandy, and this part also includes like the strip where like some great highway ended. M20, okay, that was a big highway. And then Massachusetts, Washington, Kansas, Nevada, Pennsylvania, Maryland, and Colorado. Yes, most of that. That's basically like kind of like the modern France we have today. Now, basically, yeah, I can't really explain. This one looks kind of confusing. But really, the Netherlands. I think I see the German borders now. Texas includes like Belgium, Netherlands. Wyoming and Montana includes like maybe Luxembourgish land. I don't know. Yeah. And then the other parts, I think I see the shape now. Germany. Looks like a kind of weird Germany. Yeah, it doesn't look like a refined Germany with Virginia, New York, Oregon, Missouri, Ohio, Illinois, Michigan, and Minnesota. Then this is like pre-divided. This is like the northern Sicily. This is just like the Roma area, like the Rome. And now I've just went 10 minutes and on like 2 maps. Let's get on to this. How the North American population fits in Europe. U.S. Okay, now I understand. U.S. fit a lot, but they don't include Ireland. This is different. Yeah. I don't know why that didn't. Because it didn't also include Italy. That's a big part. So U.S. includes most of it, like all of West. Except Ireland, and not the northern west, not like completely northwest, and the north and the Scandinavians, except this, okay? And then Mexico fits like this part, and Canada fits this part. Never knew Canada was that popular. That much, because you should see. What is fertility rates? Okay, guys, if you know what fertility rates, just look at the key. And then look at the maps. Because I don't know what fertility rates are. Okay, now this one's interesting. More than half of the Australian population, lives here. Yeah, I saw. 10 Brisbane, 21 Sydney, so that's like a total of 31 in Brisbane, Sydney. Melbourne is 20, 51% total right now. Adelaide is 5, 56, and Perth is 8, 64%. And all of the areas just vast desert. I understand that. Percent of southern. So this is like the 45th parallel. 49th. 49, 45, 42. Like 50% live below that. This is mostly like the 49th parallel. 68%, but 50% of Canadians live below this. So this is like a little information where all the coordinates are. Okay. So yeah, over 50%. Canada also makes kind of sense. The largest immigrant populations. Okay. So let's see. Look at the key. Now, really, the United States used to have lots of immigrants, but I didn't expect, when I looked at this for the first time, I didn't expect that Canada immigrants. And this, why is there so much black in it? More than 50%. Yeah, that's a lot of immigrants. Minus like 1%. Less than 1%. At least India has less. And most of this area has 2. Answer is pretty less. Like less. And then Russia has 4 to 9.9%. Okay. Then Europe is pretty big in immigrants, except for some parts. You can look like deeply here. And then second largest nationality. I think you saw this one, but that was quick. If you're actually, luckily, you have so second largest nationality living in it. So mostly in Britain, Indians is number 2. Then Poland, lots of Polish live here. Yeah, you have the map key. Yeah, that's Poland. And then Turkish lives here. Lots of Turkish in Germany. Then Belgium and French in Belgium. Moroccans. In France, it's Portuguese, and these few islands, Ireland and Isle of Man. Yeah, it's Ireland, okay. And this is Romania. And then Brazil. And then Albania. Yeah, you're kidding, right? Then Croatia. Then Serbia. Then Serbia. Then Serbia. Then that is Italy. Turkey. Germany. Greece. Wait, what? So Germans go to Greece. And Greeks go to Bulgaria. Funny. So this is Ireland. Yeah, Irish do. And then Russian, and here Ukrainian, and here. So Ukrainian goes to Belarus, and Russia kicks in both. Oh. And I didn't see this key, like... And Suriname in Denmark? Yeah, now you're kidding me. Denmark in here. Sweden in here. Is that a rock? No, Syria. In here. Swedish in here. Turkish in here. But the thing is, they're small. And when you look at it, these are like percentages. So you got to like see the percentages. And Russia is Kazakhstan, okay? Percentage of people born in each European country now living abroad. Okay, I don't know what they actually mean. So understand the key. Then go look at the map. But yeah, that's a lot of Europe. Oh yeah, my favorite one. My favorite. So yeah. These have smaller populations than Greater Tokyo. Well, all of these, yes, have smaller populations. Canada, some parts here. And this is just, even Ireland, Portugal. And then one thing stuns me, Belgium, Luxembourg, and Netherlands, Greece. Belarus, okay, fine. But what is popular around here? Morocco, I thought Morocco was popular. But yeah, these make sense. South Africa is pretty popular, no. Yeah, of course not India, but Nepal and Bhutan and Sri Lanka. And Laos and Cambodia. Yeah, they're small. But Malaysia and Brunei, but I can't like that deep. But this is a basic map. Basic. It's not like... So No. You could find Hawaii, guys. It's a challenge. At least... It's a small. You better test your eyes. But yeah, it's a video, so... Who cares? Well, this is going to turn out to be a long one. World median ages. Okay. Median age. Please tell me. My country has 30s. Like Niger's 15.3, Uganda's 15.6, 16.2, 16. So 15.3 is the youngest, like completely youngest. Oldest, Japan. Well, just look at this information. But US, I've been trying to look. Yeah, I want to spend like 1 minute on a map, and that's still going to take me over an hour. Hey, that's a cool ride. So have you spent your... We're still on map 11, so... Yes, this is gonna be more than an hour, guacamole. Average female height. So, let me see what average female height in India. So about 5 feet or 4 feet 10 inches, because my mom is from India. My dad is also from India. So usually around in the US, ladies are like 5 feet and 2 inches. They go like higher until its highest breaking point, 5 feet 6 inches. So this is Russia. Russia, let's see, about less than 5 feet and 4 inches. And yeah, you understand. But no data. I hate no data. But the thing is, Pakistan deserves no data. Let's see the UK. Okay. These are all mostly going to be different. So about 5 feet 2 inches, okay. Like the US. Makes sense, they inherit. But Ireland is kind of bigger. Ireland is like 5 feet 4 inches. But black is like really tall. Oh, so French people usually have like really tall. Like, yeah, I'm trying to search for the really tall ones. Yeah, mostly in Europe they're like pretty tall ones. I think Europeans are pretty cool style. Norway, yes, Iceland does. Well, I think we spent 1 minute. Average male height worldwide. Okay, so my dad was about 5 feet 6 inches. Now let's see the highest. Of course, I think now usually male height, they're like the same kind of. They're same kind of like levels. They're like the good kind of levels. Like same amount of distance in the shot. I checked for China. Usually around there, and Japan is usually around there. Yeah, it's mostly like the same thing, and all the blacks and blacks. Everything goes to black are the same. And the same countries, except a lot of these somehow have no radar. Let's see the US, just to see how much I might go. 5 feet 10 inches. Well, that's the average. Now, if you go to Indonesia, it's like about 5 feet 2 inches. Which is pretty small. Now, China is just a little bit bigger than India, 5 feet 4 inches, 5 feet 6 inches. And even Mongolia, that's the same kind of. But yeah, it's pretty light around here mostly. But Germany has a great one, about 5 feet 10 inches. Well, yes, these are pretty interesting maps, and these are trying to like riddle you. And then we finally get to the next unit. Female leader. Well, yes. India is good for its female leadership. I saw Iceland. Thank you, Iceland. And of course, Bangladesh. Because Bangladesh is kind of like India. Now, 0. Well, we might. Government. Okay. Now it's not. Now we have to see. Because these days we have the new vice president as a woman. We could have had that like the last 2016, but Donald Trump won. 1 to 4 like years, less than 1 to 4 years. So that's Canada, China, and most of the countries. Well, but thank you, some guys of South America. 5 to 9. Africa's pretty on 0, but now in 1 to 4 is also like a big dip. But now we see 10 to 14, which is like mostly in the Nordics. Of government, but this is of government, not of queen. As we could have had a big British. Okay. Yeah, but they're pretty bad. But then you cannot even get a purple. Actually, there's a reason why purple exists. I'm just shot. It's kind of confusing to like see the difference. But when we finally look, we see that the Philippines has like 15 to 19. And then India, Bangladesh has like, and Iceland have about from 20 to 24. And remember these small 15 to 19. Yeah, they're also pretty much like in here and here. Countries with state religions. Yeah, all of these countries don't. But yes, Arabia. I don't like the Islamic forces. Christianity in England, really, you have to do Vatican City. Vatican City is home to the Pope, as a fact. Liechtenstein, Monaco, yeah, at least they're not doing so much. But Sri Lanka, Bhutan, Thailand, Cambodia, yeah, that's not fair. And Islam is forced in Pakistan and in Malaysia. In Mauritania. Yeah, how am I gonna do my travels? Oh, and Christianity is also forced in Denmark and Iceland. And Denmark also means you can easily see Denmark. Because if you see a big island called Greenland in here, you'll see Denmark. Because Denmark is pretty big. Like, really big. Like, Denmark is like one of the top ones. It's way bigger than Algeria. It's going to fit most of the African continent. But yeah, why am I looking at geography? Fastest growing religion in each country around the world. Folk. Hinduism, but really, this surprised me. Islam is growing faster in India and all these countries, but really, Hinduism in Pakistan, in Thailand, in Saudi Arabia? You're kidding me. Yeah, just look at the. Well, I'm just surprised. For the million, I am pretty surprised at what they've done. They have made a menace. Really, I'm not gonna spend like a lot of time since I already have 27 minutes done of this pretty simplified map of Africa's religions. Okay, fine. Christianity, southern, colonized mostly. Then Islam, spread of Islam. Okay, and other. Okay, there's just some like lots of these enclaves, but enclaves are here. They're like if you drew a map like that. That's simplified though, so that's not gonna help. England versus Great Britain versus the United Kingdom. I know the difference. So basically England is this whole country, okay? England is this. Great Britain is the island. It's an island of Scotland, Wales, England, Great Britain. And then United Kingdom also includes Northern Ireland and Isle of Man and Guernsey and Jersey. Okay? Guernsey and Jersey like part of England, no Great Britain, okay. Then also Northern Ireland, and then they also show a map of like Ireland. Now the island of Ireland is basically this. This is Republic of Ireland. This is the whole island of Ireland, and this is like the British Irish Isles. Yeah, they're called the British Isles. And yes, it's pretty interesting because I basically know about that subject. I looked at that, and I think I solved one of an important problem now. Birthplaces of religious leaders. There's science. Now these are surprising me. Founders of the Hindu faith do not have an association with some part of some. So this is for Hindus. Bitch like me. I'm a Hindu. I read that. The Scientology is really surprising me. Really? Is that really a religion? Scientology, really? Give me some seconds to think. Yeah, you're kidding me. Scientology is not. Yeah. And Mormonism. What is that? Joseph Smith. Ron Hubbard. Yeah, this doesn't sound like. That looks like a mean scientist. Jesus of Nazareth Christianity. Born like in Israel. And Abraham was born. Judaism and Abrahamic religion. Syria, but I think that alright they moved to like I don't know a lot about Abraham, but they did move like to Israel. And then Muhammad Abdullah, Islam. Yeah, Islam, the rise of Islam. It's okay. Rastafari. Yeah, that's now giving me a new thought. Zoroaster. What is Zoroaster? Baha'u'llah. What is that? Oh, Baha'i faith. This is Zoroastrianism. Rastafari. And then Spiritism. Okay, there's no Spiritism before that. And then 80 years later, Wicca. Wait, no, Wicca is a person. No, Wicca is a thing. Really. And then Taoism, Confucianism, Buddhism, Jainism. The reason they don't come like Hindi is because they're pretty unknown where they are, but they consider like the Saraswati, 7 great yogis, like the birthplaces. Now, yeah, I think this video is gonna cut in half. Oil and petroleum. But food and drink, okay, I understand, that's big. But oil and petroleum is big in India and many other countries. Yeah, I see. I thought oil and petroleum was good for the US. Really, I'm not going to spend a lot. Machine and transportation. Okay, so they're increasing the transportation. Oh, Europe. Yeah, I got you. Okay. Good, they're focusing on transportation. China, of course they're China. China. South Korea, okay. China. US. Yeah. Yes. From what is that? Yeah, Africa's kind of confusing, but yeah, China is big. Even Russia uses China. UK uses like Germany. Ireland uses like the UK, but Germany is pretty important. But the Netherlands is pretty important for Germany. And Russia is pretty important for the UK, for Ukraine, and same for Belarus and Lithuania, and then Latvia, but Estonia is like Finland. Then Germany is like in Scandinavia, but in Denmark is Greenland. Fine, they're autonomous territory.